All right, seniors, today is day 11 for Unit 3. We're doing some practice with our supply and demand shifters and finding equilibrium price and quantity changes. You can see here your homework is preparing for the assessment on Thursday, completing the 4.0 options, and then your learning objective self-evaluations. All of that will be due on Thursday. We'll do more review on Wednesday with everything. What I want to go over right now is are the practice problems that you did in class. And so take a look at the answers that you did and see if they match up with what I have here. Number one, Samsung creates a new microchip that allows for longer battery life and processing speeds. That's going to create two options here. One, you could say that creates a supply increase and quantity and price, and the reason would be a change in technology. Or I would also accept the answer if you said that this creates a demand increase because of a change in consumer tastes and preferences. Either of those would work. If it's a demand increase, it creates increase in equilibrium price and quantity. If it's a supply increase, that creates a decrease in price and an increase in quantity. Number two, price of beef decreased, impact on the market for chicken. This is going to be, let's see, price beef goes down. This is a change in the cost of substitutes, so it's going to be a demand decrease for chicken. People want to buy the cheapest substitute, which will be beef. So a demand decrease, which also means that both equilibrium price and quantity will go down. Number three, Starbucks having a latte every day results in weight loss and longer life, and this is going to be a demand increase, changing consumer tastes and preferences. People will want this now, and equilibrium price and quantity will both increase. Number four, a couple of answers that you could have here. I want to steer us away from thinking that this is government policy. Government policy only deals with taxes and subsidies. In this one, I would say businesses overseas compete with producers here in the U.S. That, by itself, is going to create a supply increase, price and quantity, because of a increase in the number of producers. But somebody also might say, well, that would create a demand increase because of an increase in the number of consumers. Anytime you expand your markets outside of just one country, you're going to have both more producers and more consumers. So either of those would work. Number five, again, a couple answers that you can put here. If your company is earning record profits and expands to new cities, you're going to have a supply increase. If you receive a promotion, that part is going to be a demand increase because of change in consumer income. So two possible answers there. Number six, this is the same as what you had on the do now. You have to look at the relationship between lumber and new homes, and you should see that lumber is used to make homes, and so it's going to be an input. And if the price of your input goes down, you're going to have the ability to create more new homes. Price. And so you're going to have a supply increase, equilibrium price goes down, and quantity goes up. Number seven, this is based on a true story, current events right now. Minnesota farmers, soybean farmers, will likely have to pay a new tax on each bushel of soybeans that they export to China, because China is implementing tariffs on everything that a lot of products that come in from the United States, and so quantity, price, that's going to create a supply. Supply decrease, and so price will rise and quantity will decrease. Number eight, here another key term is subsidy. So right you know it's government policy, and government policies create a supply increase. supply increase will decrease equilibrium price and increase quantity. Number 9, new families move into a newly developed community. So new families means that you have more people, greater population. That's going to be a demand increase. Demand increase, shift to the right. I'm sorry, I just created a supply. I just labeled that wrong. Got to slow down. All right, so this is your supply and our demand. I thought that looked wrong. All right, so here we go. Here's our equilibrium price increases and quantity increases when we have new consumers into a community. Number 10, here we've got 2 theaters, Edwards Cinema and Cinema City. Edwards raises their prices, so demand for Cinema City is going to go up because people want to go to the cheaper alternative. So again, another demand increase, equilibrium, price and quantity both increase. The last one, Civil War forces oil refineries to shut down in Middle Eastern countries. How does that affect the market for gasoline? Well, here we've got a political crisis, and if they shut down, that means that we're going to have fewer available, so we're going to have a decrease in the number of producers. So both of these are going to create a supply decrease. A shift to the left, and either of those reasons would qualify. And again, you will have a price increase and a supply quantity decrease. And that's the last one. All right, so there you have it. Again, your homework for Thursday is to prepare for the assessment and do more practice on Wednesday. Let me know if you have any questions.